Friends, in this part, we will open Twinmotion and explore the interface and other important sections. Now I am starting Twinmotion by pressing the Start button. The startup of Twinmotion is somewhat related to the performance of your computer. Both the startup and the speed you use when importing content into the file are somewhat related to computer performance, friends. When you first open Twinmotion, you can see such projects on the main screen. These projects change every Friday. Friends, on Fridays there are some competitions organized by the Twinmotion official page, The results of these competitions are published here. I also had some projects. Later, the projects are updated every week by being published, friends. When we come to the bottom section, to the template section, you can see the projects done here. In other words, you can see the projects done by Sam Twinmotion by the official page. A studio render, a render taken outside. There are some important parts like product renders. Friends, Twinmotion and Epic Game place great importance on the product renders section. Photographers now have the opportunity to place their products in the studio and take renders instead of taking photos one by one. From the sections above, you can switch to ArchiCAD, product renders, and other sections. New files are constantly being updated and added here. You have the chance to download and review these files. When you come to the learning section, the training series are available here in English, and in the section where they are added, you have the chance to download the plugin for whichever drawing program you are using and create a sector from there. What is a sector? If you are using the Chromsys ClickUp program, it refers to the changes made on the model you have created there. Here in Twinmotion, transferring immediately, friends, I'm closing this part. The Twinmotion screen is really very concise, friends. I want you to divide this into 3. We can see this as the left menu on the left, the object menu on the left, the interaction menu on the right, and the change menu at the bottom. It's very simple. I will explain it to you in a very simple way. You will be able to use Twinmotion professionally. Now, in the navigation part, friends, it's the same as how you navigate while playing a game. I can move forward with the VASD keys. Look, if the VASD keys are a body, like a human body, you can think of the right mouse button as the head of a human. Of course, there are those who know this. I am explaining it here in the most basic form for our friends who do not know. With V, you move forward with A. You go left. With D, you go right. With E, you go down. And with Q, you go up. I will already provide you. You can also see these by looking at the shortcut keys PDF booklet. At the same time, these are explained in the upper section and from the top windows. Friends, we have a speed section from 1 to 6. You can adjust the speeds from 1 to 6. Currently, when I press 1, it's at a very slow turtle speed. When I press 2, it's at handheld camera speed. When I press 3, it's at human walking speed. At 4, it's at vehicle speed, meaning bicycle speed. And at 5, it moves faster. At 6, it moves very fast, at airplane speed. Friends, this is the situation. If you ask which is the ideal speed, you can turn by pressing speed number 3. Quickly, when you select the object, you perform this operation to rotate around the object. The object, you select with the left mouse button. You choose whichever object you want to select, and when you select it, look, a marker area like this appears around it, friends, no matter which object you select. I am selecting this object. Look, a marker with a colorful screen is rotating around it. And because the move command here is active, the cursor of the move command comes here. We can move this cursor to the desired place in the middle of this model with the left button of our mouse. There is an important feature in SketchUp Twinmotion. In Twinmotion, there is an automatic capture feature. For example, when you take this object and drop it here, it will automatically capture this part of the object. Friends, this is also an important topic. You don't have to bother rotating the object again. It's a nice feature. If you want to rotate, you can press the rotate button to turn it up or forward at certain angles. We will get to these parts anyway, friends. Right now, we have important information about the interface. We will see them. About the interface, the texture menu, the plant menu, the object menu, interior or exterior sections are here, friends. We will see all of these. The light menu, the HDR menu, I will show the HDR menu while explaining the ambience on the right side, because with 2025 a change has come here. The dynamic sky and HDR section has arrived, currently dynamic. When you click on HDR, in the sky, the image turns into HDR. It becomes a more vibrant image, friends. We will see these as well. From the library section, the HDR Megascan part is Sketchfab. This Adobe Handle List section is our material section, where character and human and animal characters are located. In this section, friends, There is a tools section, and we also have salts with new features coming in the salts. I will show them. The face of it was my concern, but if there's a model I like, the one I love is 100 lira. By spending lira, as you can see here, you have the opportunity to use it. Look, the graphic topic here is the message. The graphic topic below, you have the opportunity to recall what you see. Or when I select the ship location here, I right-click. I did here, 150 lira. I add this, and from here, from my library again, since this is a personal library, I have added it to the personal library. By calling the objects here, I create an interaction here, friends.